and welcome to Movie Night on the channel, where every Friday I talk about movies, and I am currently playing a fan game for a song. I'm not kidding you, it's actually for a song. But we are talking today about Heart Eyes. It is a movie I actually saw last month, but because of the channel change, I decided to wait in order to talk about until just us now. How do I jump? I don't know. But basically the idea for this movie is that Allie is a young movie executive, and she is an ad executive, and she has pitched an ad for a couples, basically doomed couples, and how this perfume will liven them up. However, what she doesn't realize is that her ad is coming on the heels of a serial killer attack, and basically she is told, okay, you got to fix this because this is not going to work. This is a bad idea. We don't like this. But essentially, she is paired with a person who is a marketing executive, and he is very well liked in his field. And she, of course, is instantly attracted to him, but she doesn't really want romance right now because she's going through this whole thing with her ex. And in the background, there is a literal serial killer killing people. And through this whole movie, I'm thinking, this romance thing doesn't really fit the premise. It's kind of stupid. I like the idea of a killer killing people because they're couples, but I don't like the fact that they spend so much time on her romance plot that they basically have to ignore the rest of the movie in return. Oh, I died again. And it clashes with the premise. Now, the serial killer slasher aspects are really well done. I especially love the first kill. The first kill is really inventive. Basically, this girl and her boyfriend go out to a field, and they are there, and the killer shoots her boyfriend in the head with an arrow, and then basically chases her into this weird machine. I'm still not sure what exactly it is, but it's some kind of machine, and he or she turns it on, and it basically crushes her to death, and it was really, really cool. It was really, really cool to watch. But essentially, this then led into the entire film basically being about Allie and her relationship, and it's just like, okay, I get where they're going with this, but it's also kind of boring. So I'm conflicted, basically. I'm conflicted, basically. I did not expect the male killer. The male killer, because the killer, spoiler alert, is two people. And it's a man and a woman. And basically, the woman is the detective. And I already knew it was going to be her because of the fact that she has the same initials of the person they're looking for, or essentially she has the same initials as the male lead, because of course, as usual, the male lead is accused of the murders, but Allie's like, no, he didn't do this, and then of course he didn't do this, but like it was very formulaic and predictable. But essentially he is accused, and it has the same name as the killer, but they don't know he's the killer. Or they don't know he has the same name. So what the hell? And they are going through this thing, and the female killer I predicted, but the male killer I actually did not, and I'm very surprised that I didn't predict it, because we meet him almost immediately, but like I still surprisingly did not predict him, and so I gotta give the movie credit for that. That was surprising to me. But the rest of the movie really wasn't surprising to me, and that's the one thing I didn't like. To tell you the truth, had it not been for Olivia Holt, I probably would not have seen this movie. this movie is decent, but it's not the best thing ever. I don't love it, and I would not necessarily recommend it to you. As opposed to the other movie I'm about to talk about out in the next video, which I absolutely recommend to everybody because it's awesome. Oh.